I'm hunting fuzz petals. I think I hear one coming.
Howdy folks, thank you for clicking on the video. Welcome to the channel. It's episode number 3 of the Fuzz Quest, and things are going pretty good actually, and so good in fact that, well, I've got 3 more of the budget pedals that I bought initially to go through, and I wanted to go ahead and hit all of them in this one video because I want to move on to, I don't know, maybe some more slightly more exciting stuff, because I do have some more pedals that I've gotten in. So but I'm going to go ahead and go through all 3 of them, but don't worry, it's not going to take that long, because really there's only one of them that I feel like I should probably play for you. But before we go any further, I really would appreciate it if you'd go ahead and, you know, right down there, go ahead and, or is it right down there? I think it's right down, it's in one of the, it's going to pop up there right about now, for you to subscribe to the channel. Click that button and go ahead and click on that bell-like object. That way you'll get notified whenever videos come out. As well, I always appreciate a thumbs up. That helps me out with the almighty algorithm. Comment, share the video, all those good stuff. But so what are the pedals that I'm talking about? Well, the one you're actually going to hear would be from Ammoon, A-M-M-O-O-N, Ammoon. It is the Retro Fuzz. Now, I hope that focuses. I kind of like this pedal. You've got, well, I'll get into that a little more in a moment. Let me show you the other 2 pedals and explain why I'm not really gonna do much with them. First and foremost would be from Pigtone. It is the Pigtone, they just call it a fuzz. And it's got a little mini switch on it, you know, stuff like that. But unfortunately, it doesn't really function correctly. Yeah, so as you can hear, that's a bit of a problem. I'm not sure what the issue is. Oh well, it's not really worth going much further on. And then after that, we have this pedal. Now I'll tell you, it sounds okay. I've hooked it up, I've played through it. The only reason I'm not going to demo it is because something about it really ticks me off. I think in the very first video, the introduction, I guess, if you will, to the Fuzz Quest series, I said there was one that I was going to really rip a new one. Well, it comes from Cool Music. It is the Fuzzster. And it intrigued me. It really did. It's an interesting shape. You can see it is very, very thin. It's much thinner than a normal stomp box would be. It feels kind of solid, but that's a bit deceiving. Something I was very, very disappointed as soon as I pulled it out of the box. If you'll see these knobs here, yeah, you sit there and they're cheap. They're plastic. They're garbage. They're absolute garbage. I don't see any way these pots are going to last very long. They're just wobbly. They're cheap. They're garbage. But I did go ahead and hook it up, and it does sound pretty good. And you know what? Down the road, if you really, really want to hear what this pedal sounds like, I may do a separate video. If you really want to, comment below. If enough people really want to hear it, I'll go ahead and do something with it. But it just ticks me off. If you try to gig with this pedal, you're going to find yourself in a spot. I guarantee it. That's how I feel about it. It may be a little strong. In fact, I don't think I've ever really come down in any of my videos. I don't think I've ever come down on anybody so hard. But yeah, this is just cheap junk as far as the pots are concerned. So those are the three pedals. Let's go ahead and get to the one we are actually going to hear today. That would be the Retro Fuzz from Moon. All right, so we're going to go ahead and take a look at the Retro Fuzz. First, let's see what the knobs, the switches, everything. Let's talk about what they do. Three knobs, and clearly we have a fuzz knob. We have a volume knob, and down here there is a tone knob. Also, there's a little mini switch right here in the up position. Apparently, you're using a LED circuit, and down here it's silicon. So you have a choice between the two. There is definitely a difference, and we'll get into that in just a moment. That's what we're working with here, so let's see what it sounds like. Well, let's go ahead and take a look at the Moon Retro Fuzz and all that it has to offer. And as before, in the previous two Fuzz Quest videos, I'm using the Marshall DSL-40, mic'd with a Shure SM57 and a Behringer B906. And of course, I'm using the Reverend Double Agent. I did get a comment in the last video, and I wanted to hit on that right now. It came from L&M Guitar Corner, and thank you, L&M Guitar Corner, for leaving a comment. I always appreciate it when you do. And by the way, if you want to leave a comment, suggestions, criticisms, it doesn't matter. Just let me know what you got on your mind down below. But L&M Guitar Corner said, "Hey, Grumpy, have you tried a real single coil guitar with your fuzz pedals? I found out I don't like either of my humbucker guitars nor my P90 guitar with my Strat and Tele." And yes, L&M Guitar Corner, I know what you're talking about. I actually have, and frankly, I've been remiss. I really should be showing a variety of different pickup types. Therefore, I will not only do some sound samples with this, but I'll go ahead and pull out my Strat and do a few with those as well. So thank you, L&M Guitar Corner. I really do appreciate the comment. So let's go ahead, grab my trusty pick here, and first, I guess before anything, let's go ahead and get some clean tones out of the way, just as a baseline. So let's go ahead and let me set everything up here at noon. And there you go. There's the pedal right there. And I'll go ahead. I want to start in the LED position. And let's go ahead and kick it on and see what we get. It sounds good to me. I like that. I do like the way this pedal sounds. Now let's go ahead. That's with the fuzz at about the halfway point. I'm going to pull the volume back just a little bit and go ahead and crank the fuzz all the way up. Let's see what that sounds like. Okay, that's a little fuzzier. That adds a little of that, I guess, muff sound to it. But let me go ahead. Let me pull the fuzz back to about 10 o'clock. Boost the volume a little bit, and I want to throw the tone up. Just, I don't know, maybe 2 o'clock or so, and let's see what we get there. That is probably my favorite position on this pedal, at least in the LED position. But let's go ahead, let's click it down. I'm going to pull everything back to noon, and I'm going to go ahead and put it in the LED or the silicone position. It's different. I'll tell you right now, I think you'll notice the main difference just as soon as I hit the first chord. Yeah, the output is way lower on the silicone settings. So clearly gonna have to throw that volume knob up a bit at least. Now, again, you gotta definitely put the output up a little higher, more than just a little, but it's gotta go up there a bit. But I think I like the silicone. Not quite sure how to put it into words. It's just a little more pleasing to my ears. So I like that an awful lot. I'm going to take a little break, switch over to the Strat, and we'll get a few samples from that. So now with the Strat, all single coils, let's see what it sounds like. I went ahead and set everything up here to a setting that I kind of like. As you can see, I've got the fuzz all the way up, although there is another that I have the fuzz pulled back quite a bit, and I like that as well. I'll show you that as well. But for right now, I've got it in the silicone mode, and pushing the tone knob up towards the higher end. I guess that's what, about 3 o'clock there. So let's go ahead and see what everything sounds like. let's go ahead. I'm going to pull the fuzz back quite a bit, probably to about 10 o'clock. And I'm going to pump that up a little bit. I like the sound. I don't know how it's going to come out in the recording. Well, there you have it. That's the Retro Fuzz from Amun, and I kind of like the pedal. It had tones that I can use, that I appreciate, and for the relative small amount of money that I spent on this pedal, I don't regret a single dime of it, so I guess that's good. Now, in the big scheme of things, if you look at all the budget pedals that I bought, only two really stand out for me. The Fuzzy Bear, I didn't really care for too much. And, well, I'm not going to go through, let's just say, the pig tone, I would have loved to have heard what the pedal sounded like. Something's wrong, not usable. Well, the cool music, the pedal works fine, but just a cheesy build if you are a gigging musician, and I realize it's been a lot of years since I've done that, but I remember what it was like in the middle of a show, and you're hitting your pedal board, you're clicking the button. Your foot doesn't always hit where you intend it to, and it just seems to me you hit any of these knobs wrong with your foot, they're just gonna snap right off. They're just very chintzy, extremely disappointing. Cool music. I don't know if you're planning on ever taking it out to a gig. I personally wouldn't do it. So, but if you really want to hear what it sounds like, comment below. I may do a separate video just on this if you really want. That's all I'm going to say there. When it comes to the budget pedals, out of all of them, the Retro Fuzz actually comes in number 2, because I think my favorite of these is the Sonic Cake Phasey Cream. I don't know if that's focusing. I hope it does. I like the Phasey Cream quite a bit. I think this is a pedal I certainly will keep and hang on to and have in the arsenal. But that's not to diminish the Retro Fuzz. I think it did a fine job. I enjoyed playing around with this pedal. So there you have it. That's going to conclude all of the budget fuzzes. I've got some more sitting right over there, as a matter of fact, for upcoming episodes. Next time, I'm going to explore, for the first time actually, a tone bender kind of circuit, and I'm looking forward to that. I think I might actually like it. So far, I think I'm leaning towards the Big Muff, though. And I've got more coming up on, well, when it concerns Big Muffs, well, I've got more to do with that. So you're going to have to watch future episodes to get to that. I hope you clicked the subscribe button. I hope you rung the bell for notifications. And by all means, comment below. Tell me what you think. And yeah, and if you really want to hear the Fuzzster, yeah, go ahead and comment that below too. And Yeah, I'm going to do what you guys want. So, that said, not a whole lot more to say other than be good. Let's all just be good. Take care.